guys, welcome to Mentalism Monday episode 3. This week we're going to learn a mentalism effect that uses a deck of cards, okay? And I always tell people when I'm using cards with mentalism that, I'm not doing any sleights, right? I want to make sure they know it's not a sleight of hand thing, it's all in the mind, right? So I tell them that I got 52 just random pasteboards, to just have a go at trying a quick experiment with them. So basically, let's get into the performance, and then I'll teach you how to do it. So with the performance of this, basically it's kind of hard to do with just me and the camera. So I'm just going to kind of go over what happens in the performance. So you show the cards to the spectator, have them try to remember a few of them. They don't have to remember all of them, but you do that, then you guide them on a process of selecting a card, and at the end they end up selecting a card, and they end up telling you, the magician, how far down in the deck the card is. The spectator tells you where the card is located in the deck. So we're going to explain how this is done, how this works. It's done using pure equivoque or magician's force or magician's choice technique. So if you're not familiar with that, stay tuned, because I'm going to explain how equivoque and magician's choice actually works, okay? So what I do is I start off by having the deck shuffled by the spectator. So I have them give a thorough shuffle, and then I'm going to fan the cards towards the spectator like this, and probably at that speed, and I'm going to ask them to try to remember a few cards. They don't have to remember all of them, but try to remember the cards, right? So when I do it, it's like this. I say and I'm covering the bottom card because that's going to be the first card. I don't want them to see that and remember that the card they end up picking was on the bottom of the deck to start out, okay? So, excuse me. So I cover it, and I go through like this, and I just say, I want you to kind of look at the cards. It's not important that you memorize them all, but that you know that they're all different and all the cards are there, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cards and I'm going to place them in my pocket. You can see there's nothing in there, and I can actually let them look inside my pocket, open it up, they can check, make sure there's nothing in there. If somebody else has a pocket, I can even use their pocket as well. But I place the cards in my pocket with the front of the deck facing out towards the spectator, okay? Then, what I'm going to do is, then after that, I'm going to guide the spectator through the process of selecting that 6 of diamonds, okay? So, what I do is I ask them to name the first 2 suits that come to mind. Now, there's a couple situations that could come up. They could say hearts and diamonds, which is good. They could say clubs and diamonds, again that's good. If they say any order that includes the diamonds, that's good. You can just say, okay, let's go with those. If they don't include the diamonds, then what I like to say is, because I'm guiding them through a process of where they're going to imagine it as if I'm trying to open up their subconscious and find thoughts that they're not really sure that they even remember, okay? So what I do is, if they don't mention the diamond, I'll say, okay, we're going to get something in your subconscious. So if let's say they said hearts and spades, you would say, okay, so if we'll get rid of the hearts and spades, those are very prominent in your mind, those are the first ones you came up with. So what we'll do is we'll go with the diamonds and the clubs, okay? So with diamonds and clubs, out of those, which one would you, if I just said, name clubs or diamonds, which one would you go with? And most of the time they're going to pick one. It doesn't matter which one. If they say clubs, you go with, okay, well that means that clubs is more prominent in your mind, so that leaves us with diamonds. If they say diamonds, then I go diamonds, so that was what you would go with, great, so we got diamonds. Let's see, I want you to imagine, so once you get onto diamonds, either way, you're going to get diamonds, right? This is how equivoque works. They pick one, and then you tell them whether you're getting rid of it or keeping it, just to suit what you want to happen, and no pun intended. So Now you're on diamonds, and you ask them, you say, I want you to imagine, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine that you see all of the diamonds spread out in front of you. And I want you to imagine them coming closer and closer to your face, and you can see the pips getting bigger and bigger, almost like they're 3 inches tall right in front of your face. And I'll say things like that, and I'll get them to visualise it. And I'll say, and it's okay that you don't remember all of them, some might be blurry, but you do see a few, that's right to say. And they'll agree, they'll say, yes, yes I do. Then you have them open your eyes and you have them look at you, and you say, I want you to imagine that right now, that if we started here, we said these are the high cards, then the medium, and then the low cards are down here. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace, okay? And what I'm doing there is I'm giving them a visual kind of scale of where the cards are ranging from. And I want them to stop on the 6. So the 6 would be probably right around that area there. So what I do is I start here, and I slowly move my hand down, and it's just a timing thing. By the time I tell them when to tell me to stop, it's going to be like a boom boom, 1, 2 beats after that. So it's going to be boom boom, and they're going to say stop. So it's like, okay, as I move my hand down, I want you to just call it stop at any time you feel right, and they say stop. And then all I do is, I don't say, what number do you think that is? I just say, I'll say, that's around what, 6, right? So 6 of diamonds, and I act confused as well, so it doesn't seem like I'm making them go with the 6 of diamonds, okay? So I do that, and then they say, they agree, 6 of diamonds, and now I ask them to imagine that the cards are being spread in front of them when I went through them in my hand, and you're looking for a specific card, the 6 of diamonds, and I want you to note how far down in the deck the 6 was. Now and I tell them, don't think very hard about this, don't try to get it right, just go with your first instinct. How far down from the top of the deck was the 6 of diamonds? And they'll genuinely do this, and they'll imagine in their mind, and they'll say, I don't know, they'll say 6, 10, whatever, they'll say a number. And what you're going to do, let's say they went with 6, it was the 6th card from the top. What you're going to do is you're going to reach into your pocket, and you're going to take the top card off the deck, okay? And it's not the card, okay? It's not because the card's on the bottom, right? And you're going to drop it down. That's 1. And do the same thing, take the next top card, that's 2. And then the next card, that's 3. So it's not 4. The next one is 5, and then when you go to the 6th card, what you're going to do, and let me show you this, imagine these in my pocket, instead of taking this card off the top, I'm going to use my thumb and pull the bottom card off of the deck. And it is the world's easiest A-can, it's the world's easiest a card at any number, right? Because the cards are here, I reach in, I pull it out from the back of the deck. They don't know if I'm taking from the top or the bottom. They don't know because it's in my pocket. They just assume that I'm taking directly from the top. And then I reveal that apparently the 6th card from the top of the deck was the 6 of diamonds, the card that they merely named and found in their own subconscious. And really I just guided them to choose the 6 of diamonds in using Equivoque. So if you have any questions about that, post comments, let me know. I try to explain it the best I can. It's not hard to do. The hardest part is in your pocket, doing that blatant move of just grabbing the back card off of the deck, and not being afraid that somebody's going to notice that you did that. But other than that, that's all it is. That's Deck Equivoque. It's easy to do. Practice it, you'll be performing it within a few minutes. So thanks a lot for watching, and check us out on Wildcard Wednesday.